stage at the Norman Studios this weekend. The historic Arlington site, one of the first studios to produce films starring Black actors, is screening a classic silent film. Here to tell us about it is Barbara Wingo, the president of Norman Studios Silent Film Museum. Barbara, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. So this is your first screening of the year. It kicks off this new quarterly screening room event that you're doing. So first of all, I want to talk a little bit about the films you're screening. There's a short film called Wild, and then this really, kind of a major picture at the time called Sky High. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, Sky High was a film that starred Tom Mix, who was a major, and particularly with this film became a major cowboy star, probably the most popular of the 1920s. He was known for his amazing stunts, which he did himself.
Yeah, really extraordinary. I mean, this was a film that we're so accustomed now to seeing, aerial photos of vast scenery. This is the Grand Canyon, but this was really one of the first films that used aerial photography and was dazzling in that way.
That's true, and it is filmed at the Grand Canyon, so you can see what the Grand Canyon was like at that period as well. So that's another aspect. This film is actually on the National Registry at the Library of Congress as a significant film.
In recognition of its import at the time and sort of the way it was pushing boundaries?
Yes, I think that's correct.
And so you said Tom Mix was the star and did these amazing stunts, which were no small feat at the time, flying a plane part of it, but also jumping into the Colorado River.
Well, actually, the plane stunt was not done by him.
Oh, okay.
But the rest, he was known for his stunts with his horse, as a cowboy with the horse, etc. So all that was done by him.
So what is the modern appeal of watching a silent film?
Well, I think there are several reasons why you might want to watch a silent film. First, it's good entertainment. Oftentimes, you're very surprised that it's such good entertainment. It also is historically interesting to see places. I think a lot of people who come and see some of the films that were made in Jacksonville are wowed by the fact that they can see these places that they know from now, but then, oh my goodness, that was 100 years ago.
Sometimes not even recognizable, right?
Sometimes it's recognizable, sometimes not.
Yeah.
So that is another reason why you would want to see these films. So
does it take a different kind of attention to watch a silent film? Does it kind of activate a different part of your brain or your thinking?
I'm not sure about that, but I think you have to. One thing about the screenings is this is putting us back in that time frame where you would go to a theater and you would see this film and there would be musical accompaniment and you would be with a large group of people. So that is the milieu that people actually used when they were seeing these silent films. And it is a bit different than sitting at home on a couch, etc. So there is that part of the experience that I think is important.
And that, I guess, is part of the reason that you're doing these regular screenings. This one is a little bit of a tribute to Richard Norman, the studio, the man who created this studio, or at least took it over and produced all these silent films in the early 1900s. He was a big fan of Westerns, I guess.
Oh, he was definitely a big fan of Westerns.
Yeah.
So 3 of his films, 3 of the 6 feature-length films that he made were Westerns.
His films don't remain. There's, I think, just...
Those do not remain, unfortunately.
Yeah. Is there one remaining film of his?
Is The Flying Ace, which
Okay.
is not a Western, but excellent as well. And we did that last November.
All right. And so what is the goal with these screening room events? Is it to get people to the studios to experience it? Is it a fundraising effort? I mean, what's the goal?
The goal is, I think, mainly as to get people to the studio to experience it.
Yeah.
Yes, we would hope we would hope to make some money. And our next event is actually in February, and that will be a Oscar Michaud film with live accompaniment, Body and Soul, which is the film that actually was the first film that Paul Robeson did. So that'll be a different kind of presentation than this one. But we will have various films throughout the year, not necessarily exactly quarterly, but throughout the year.
And this event is at the Rita Reagan Set Building, named for one of the big benefactors, Rita Reagan, who passed away last year. 2
2 years
years
ago.
ago. But this is a complex that is in need of still ongoing restoration. So what's the status?
So the status is we need the production building, which is our museum building, that has only been renovated on the first floor. So with the second floor, which would be part of our museum, still has not been done. We have 3 other buildings on that side of the complex. They've been done on the outside, but the insides have not been done. That is the generator building, the wardrobe cottage, and the garage. The Rita Reagan building still needs to be renovated so it can be more like it was in 1925.
Well, the event is, as we said, at the Reagan Set Building. It's Saturday, January 24th. It starts at 1:30, and the event is free, but registration is required and donations are encouraged. Barbara Wingo, thanks so much for being here today.
Well, thank you for having me.